Sauti ya Kenya.
Once again, good evening. I'm Topi Liambila, and as is my duty every Saturday evening on the Legends edition, I bring you a comprehensive look at sports today. Now, Nairobi's Muthaiga Golf Club is to a greater extent synonymous with the late former President Mwai Kibaki, who was an ardent golfer. Gashoka Kingori spent a day at the club talking to Kibaki's fellow golfers about the love of the game, and he filed this report, Kibaki the Golfer.
About 10 years we have been off, and we have clubs heaping up there. So if anybody wants to go back to golf and you need clubs, come to me, because I have a lot of clubs which have been given to me by people who thought I would have a chance to play, but then I did not use them.
When he lived, the man who would become the third president of the Republic of Kenya, Mwai Kibaki, was a lover of the game of golf. Although his membership cut across various golf clubs, his heart appeared rooted in Nairobi's Muthaiga Golf Club.
Somebody who has been associated with this club for a long time. I know the word out there usually is, if you're at Muthaiga, you're at the place where Kibaki plays, and Kibaki was always associated with Muthaiga.
So we spent a day in Muthaiga Golf Club where golfers talked about the man they adored. To some like 85-year-old Solomon Karanja, his relationship with Kibaki runs deep and personal.
When I graduated and I was working for a short time before joining the university again, he came and stayed with me at Adams Arcade. We have 3 bachelors there. Myself, Mwai, and a friend of his who had come from Cambridge. We actually stayed there until both of us went to get married to our separate sprouts. Mwai got married to Lucy and went to Nairobi West. I got married to Anjiro and went to Parklands.
Kibaki was part of the campaign that pushed for the Africanization of golf.
By that time, you got a critical mass of Africans who were in a position to be able to afford to join golf courses. And yes, there was a lot of promotion of the African professionals and businessmen to join golf courses.
While deputizing the late President Daniel Arap Moi between 1978 and 1988, Kibaki would religiously create time for a round of golf within his busy schedules.
Kujuana na mzee Kibaki, nilijuana naye wakati mimi niliingia kuwa golfa. Na yeye pia alikuwa ni golfa. Hapo wakati tunacheza competition na wakati tunacheza friendly, sana alikuwa tunakaribiana kwa sababu ya umri ulikuwa unakaribiana. Sio mimi peke yangu, rika yetu, rika yake na yangu ilikuwa inakaribiana sana tulikuwa. Na wakati kunafanywa draw, huyu atacheza na nani na huyu anacheza na nani, makapten sana walikuwa wanachaguaga watu ambayo wanaonekana ndio wanaweza kucheza na mzee, maana yeye ni mkubwa. Alikuwa anatafutua wale watu karibu na karibia rika yake. Kwa hivyo ingawa sisi hatukujuana naye, hata kama mimi sikujuana naye, nilikuja kuingia kwake laini yake, shauri ya kuwekwa draw pamoja na yeye.
Kibaki did not only play golf, he supported the growth of the game.
Very instrumental in terms of protecting the golf courses. So we had golf courses that were under threat of grabbers. We had clubs like Kisii Golf Club, Nyeri Golf Club, even Nyali was under threat. There was Mombasa Golf Club also. So all this, when former president was the Minister of Finance, Ndegwa Duncan Ndegwa was very instrumental and went and talked also to the former president when he was finance minister to protect these golf courses. And were it not for Mwai Kibaki at that point, would have lost a lot of golf courses in this country. But he stood by the golf clubs and he ensured that they got their title deeds and their paperwork done. And he protected any other golf course that was in danger of grabbers.
From 1975, he sponsored the annual Kibaki Trophy tournament at the Nyeri Club. In 1978, Kibaki assumed the leadership of the country's golf fraternity as a patron of the Kenya Golf Union.
But him being the patron of Kenya Golf Union, he was the person who was in charge of all the golf. KGU, Kenya Golf Union, is the body that governs golf in the country. From PGK, which is a professional golf society, we have got KGU now that handles the amateur. We have KLGU that handles the Kenya Ladies Golf Union. And then we've got Junior Golf Foundation, which is for the juniors. So he was in charge of all this. So you can tell this is somebody who was governing the game of golf, and he's the one who's helped to take it to the level that it is at right now.
His leadership of the game, members say, is similar to how he spearheaded the affairs of the country.
Kibaki was a very interesting man in terms of leadership. He used to very often say that you cannot accomplish anything great alone. And he used to emphasize the importance of teamwork. And even when we were playing game of golf, he always used to emphasize that this game you can never be played by a single person. You can play alone, but it's more enjoyable when it is played as a team. As a leader, Kibaki believed also in delegation, but not just delegation alone, but he always believed that if you get the best people, and you give them a job, and then you delegate, and then you leave them alone. You do not interfere with them, and you let them do their job. And they should only come to you only when they have a special challenge which required his attention. Therefore, he let clubs to manage themselves. He never interfered with the elections of club members or leaders.
And he did not like those who looked down upon their juniors.
I think he was very much an easy man to get with and concerned about others. I remember coming up here once, just to give you an example, and with Kirubi, the little Chris Kirubi, we were playing golf, and as we were coming up there, Kirubi threw his club into that fence. And then he asked his caddy to go and get it, and why would the caddy not to get it? He has thrown it deliberately. Let him go get it. That's the kind of man he is.
Kibaki was inducted into the Kenya Open Golf Limited Hall of Fame in 2018 for his contribution to the sport.
I met the late president on the course, especially because my husband would have occasions of teaming up with him and play with him a game of golf. And he would come and let me know what a pleasant person the president was on the golf course, and took it very nicely, very positively, and enjoyed even when the golf did not produce the desired results.
And when on the course at Muthaiga, Kibaki was easy, says a 90-year-old golfer.
Sisi tunamuona ni vice president, lakini yeye anatufanya tuwe free. Alikuwa mzee ajabu sana. Sisi huko tunaogopa kukaribiana na yeye na chochote tunaogopa, lakini yeye anatufanya tuwe free. Alikuwa mzee tofauti sasa.
Kibaki's love to play golf came to an abrupt halt following a near-fatal accident at the Machakos Junction, the year he would later win the presidency.
Played his last game of golf with yours truly, me. As a matter of fact, I was marking his card, Mr. Peter Kanyago and Mr. Koome. It was a day we had been in the office, in the DP office, or in the political party office of the day, and he just